Thank God for Airbnb. If you're thinking about hosting an Airbnb, use my referral link down below to sign up. You make some good money on the side and you'll be helping people escape narcissism. I love me some Airbnb. The signature, I like to say the signature of the devil, or the signature of devil energy, is manipulation and control. You can find yourself in a situation where, right, you're completely codependent on the narcissist that you're living with. They might, provide a nice house for you. You know what I mean? You got food. You probably got a lot of material. You might be in a situation where you got a lot of material things available to you, and it's nice or whatever. But you're codependent in that situation. They love to get you in a position to isolate you and get you in this position where you're totally dependent on them. Most narcissists are very good at making money. The money that they make provides validation for them from other people to see them with like material things, nice houses, nice cars. A lot of us spiritual people ain't really obsessed with money like that. All right, so you're in a situation where you got to get out, right? You want to leave, you want to move out, but you might feel like your money is short and you can't just go out. You don't want to go out in the street. Eventually, staying with a narcissist, the cycle will get to the point where you're ready to just go live in a homeless shelter, and you're ready to go to that full extent. It'll get like that if you stay in the situation. The cycle of your feelings being hurt will keep repeating over and over again until you will go in a homeless shelter or something like that. So that's definitely, you might have to look at that as an option as the first thing. If you have a little bit of money, Airbnb is your friend. And when you're first trying to find a spot out here, you gotta have rent and security. People want background checks and credit checks and all of this stuff. So when you book an Airbnb for a month, they actually give you like a renter's price. Like if you book an Airbnb for 2 or 3 days, they're gonna charge you like, let's say 100 and change for the night. So it's gonna seem like, man, if I book an Airbnb for a month, it's gonna be rather expensive. But no, they actually cut down the cost a little bit, so you'll be kind of paying that price that you would pay for rent for the month. So landlords can get a little funny acting sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or there might be a problem. There might not be no hot water, for example. The heat might not come on, you know what I'm saying? The TV might not be working. Like, right, when you go into a spot and you pay your security and your rent for that first month, it's like you stuck there. And then you don't have anybody else protecting you. Airbnb acts as a third party that protects you in most of these renting situations. So if there's ever a problem, you have the third party Airbnb that steps in and handles the situation for you. Me, I'm a Sagittarius, so I love to be on my adventure, you know what I'm saying? I actually like going from place to place to place, different places every month, and exploring and seeing new things. So one time I got into a spot for a month, and the dude was like, yo, I need you to do a background check. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, my spirituality and whatnot, I could come off intimidating sometimes. So I'm like, oh man, this dude must feel a little bit intimidated by me. I had on a red coat and I'm wearing, like, you know what I'm saying? I had some camouflage red pants on, so I look like I'm a blood or something like that. I got the red coat with the fur in the back. So I'm like, this dude must be intimidated by me or something like that. So he starts kind of hassling me to do this background check. I already paid for the room for the month, but he's like, yo, in order for you to stay here, for your money to be good, you have to be able to pass this background check. You know what I'm saying? If you don't pass it, you can't stay here. So I'm like, okay, word. Called Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Right away. He's not even supposed to be giving me no background check. I already paid for the room and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I had Airbnb call him and straighten it out. Then a few minutes later, he knocks on my door. Whole attitude change. You know what I'm saying? Hey, buddy, I was just, talking about the long term, and you can stay. You don't got to fill it out if you don't want to. But if you wanted to stay longer, I was trying to work a deal out with you. If you want to stay longer, you can. I wanted you to fill out this background check just so that we're good, and you know what I'm saying? I'll work something out with you if you want to stay. Airbnb acts as protection in renting situations. So I done been through it, and if I would have had the knowledge that I had now, I might have been able to avoid a couple of situations. You know what I'm saying? So I want to help you out and let you know, man, that Airbnb is a very good choice for you to look. If you're trying to get out of where you staying at, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to move, and you living with narcissists and you tired of the manipulation and control, Airbnb is definitely a good option for you. So a lot of the things that you have to buy in a regular apartment once you move in, you don't have to worry about that at all in an Airbnb. Most of that stuff is already there. And if it's not there, go to the store, get you some paper plates, some paper towels, you know what I'm saying? And do you. So if you're booking at the last minute, it might be a little difficult to find the ideal spot, right? You might have to take a spot that's not as comfortable as you would like because you're looking for something with the right price. Especially me, I live in New York, so at the last minute, you know, things tend to be booked up. So I like to book 2 months in advance. So instead of that security deposit just sitting there, I use it to book another month, right? So I'm always a month ahead. So next month when I go to pay my rent, I'm actually booking 2 months ahead. And that way I have a lot more options, you know what I'm saying, finding stuff. There's a lot of stuff available 2 months ahead of time instead of me trying to book at the last minute. Yeah, now it goes both ways though. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your part when you're staying in somebody's home. Now, my philosophy, cleanliness is godliness. So I'm clean, you know what I'm saying? But certain people, they got rules that they want you to follow. You know, certain people, they might not want you walking in and out the house at 1, 2 in the morning and whatnot, constantly going in and out. Like, some people got rules. So you got to make sure you follow those rules, because when you leave, they can do a review on you, right? And if the next person sees that review and it's something bad in there, they might not accept your payment for the month. So you got to do your part to make sure that you're clean and tidy, your hygiene is right, you know what I'm saying? You're not stinking up anybody's house, and just respecting people's home. If you can do that, then you be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so be clean, be respectful. Some landlords is gonna be more stern than others. Some places you might have freedom. I've gotten Airbnb sometimes, and I've seen another room that was vacant in the house or whatever that was nice. So I asked the landlord, I was like, you know, I'm looking for a place. Are you guys interested in renting that room? And they was like, yeah, you know what I mean? So you could definitely find a permanent rental through Airbnb too. Some people don't want a lot of traffic in and out of their house. They rather have one person that they know that they can rely on just staying at the house versus a whole bunch of different people. So through Airbnb, you're very likely to find somebody that wants to rent out a spot for you. All right, so remember, it's very easy to manipulate the manipulator, you know what I'm saying? So do what you gotta do to get out of your situation, all right? It's rap mythology coming at you like a true knocker. Peace.